Okay guys, back at you on Wright's RR&T. I'm going to give you some pointers, tips, and tricks today on a repair. We may even put you on the tripod and show you some of the repair. I mean, I really don't like doing that because the thing is there's a lot of repair videos that already kind of show you how to do these things. But I just like to give some pointers mostly on what I've gone through a lot of time and what not to go through, because then it costs you a lot of extra money. So anyways, there's a few things that can be wrong with these. And these are called hydro boosters. They're not brake boosters. These are for certain vehicles. I believe they did this system for diesel rigs and for heavyweight classes 1 ton and above. I've heard that they have some on some 3/4 tons as well, with Chevy, Ford, and Dodge I believe does it as well, because it's universal across the board for safety. These are called hydro boosts. I'm going to light this up with a flashlight for you guys and hopefully show you better instead of using the flash, because this is the thing, this is the part. I don't really have good light right here, and what it is the problem is actually I could get better light. We're not gonna edit nothing either, we're just gonna roll with it. I have the light right here I can put right here, so so the problem is what we went through while I'm doing this. I'll tell you guys the story. Is I realized that when I did my brakes the last time, my hydro boost was bad, and I was kind of irritated because I knew they weren't cheap, you know, and I was kind of upset because, you know, when bills are tight, it's not good to have to deal with things like this. And so what I did is I went through and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna eat the bullet, I'm gonna get a new hydro boost, and I bought a hydro boost. Well, this particular unit here that we're looking at, this is only half of it because I left the other half in the truck, which we'll get to that part of the story. Is this also may be a series of shorter videos that we do where I just kind of show you certain parts of this. But brand new, these hydro boosts are $350, and they're actually $400, but since I do repairs all the time and I have an account, you know, a business account, you know, you get a little bit of a discount, but it's not a bunch. It's still $350 for this brand new rebuild. And the problem is I put it in, I thought it was my master cylinder next that was acting up while I wasn't getting brakes. So then I went and got a new master cylinder, which I went through a whole debacle with that. I don't really want to go into, because I try and, you know, promote peace and prosperity, not anger. And let's just put it this way, I did get a little frustrated, and I got, you know, but I got a better deal on this hydro boost, or not this hydro boost, but the master cylinder. So anyways, with the master cylinder, I got a new one. It's right here. I can show you. See, brand new. Here, look, boom, brand new, completely new, works great. Found out that was actually an issue still, even though I thought it was this. So it was partially that, but now we're going to go into the part that is still this. Okay, so we put all this together, that and this, and I was like, okay, well, this should go good then, right? No biggie. I'm thinking all I gotta do is get this thing to pump up. It pumped up tight, and then when I started this part where the power steering, so the difference is with these, instead of your brake booster where it's like compressed with a vacuum line and air, This is a hydro boost, which it's got fluid instead, which is power steering fluid that runs through it from your power steering pump, and it powers it for your power steering and your easier braking, your brake boosting. So what happens is you have lines that come in and they cycle through your gearbox and all that stuff and make this so it's easy to brake, boom boom. Well, there's three things that can go wrong. If the plunger piece, which is the plunger rod, which I'll show you here, gets if it's too long, it can push your master cylinder plunger in and keep it pushed in a little bit if you don't size it right. So they recommend you keep your original one when you get the new unit. So that's this piece here. Hold on. And I have a brand new one. I bought a whole bunch of extra stuff. I'll explain it to you. So I got extra springs and stuff. So here we go. This is the original rod, and you can see how much longer the rebuild kit comes. And the reason why is you're supposed to cut this down for your fitment, whether you have Ford, Ford, Dodge, Chevy, whatever you have, you can size it down, chop it, round off the end again. So these are, you can fit them. Which leads me to this. Okay, here's my tip of the day. You cannot, to figure this out, this thing's inside this bore here, okay? And it's sticking out this little piece here like so, and I'm going to show you kind of, right, as the spring is between it, right, and it's pushing out because this is set in here with tension, and this little nipple will be sticking out yay far. And to know how far that needs to be out so this piece here can mate with this piece here, with this piece going in the shaft, and this thing has to be like, if it sits too tight, it will push this in and hold it in, and it'll leak right here. So to know that, they sell this special tool online, Amazon, whatever, eBay, and it's a gauging tool that you cannot find at any parts store in town. You can't even get it at the dealer. You can't get this nowhere. And for these older 90s Chevys and things with these boosters and stuff, you can't even buy this booster. I went to the dealer, the Chevy dealer, because this is on my 99 K3500, and they discontinue this. They won't even sell this. This is all aftermarket you have to get. You can no longer get this. So my tip of the day is buy this little gauging tool. Okay, and what you do is I already did it, but I'll show you guys. You take this here and you stick it here like so, okay, and that sets like that, and then you can gauge how much needs to protrude out to mate up flush but not have any play in your brakes. And this is actually designed not for this application, but I bought it in case I needed to shave this down and see where I needed to be. I could do that, then put it on this side, measure it, and then measure what was protruding, and if it was too far out, I can know exactly where to cut it down. But then I found out there's actually a measurement for these rods, and the one for the Chevy is 4 and I believe 3/4 is where it chops off at. So you can go that route too. I just bought the tool in case I couldn't figure it out. I always plan ahead. But it's mainly designed for the brake booster, where you can unscrew and screw it to dial it in, and that's what they made this for. So this is a good tool. $15 online. I'm not promoted by anybody. Here's the one I bought. And then the other thing is don't buy a brand new brake booster for $350. I mean hydro booster, because between buying the rebuild pin, even though I'm probably not gonna need it because I have the original, because there's no core charge on these. You don't well, there is on this because it's rebuildable. There's no core charge on these guys. because I have the old one still too. So these master cylinders, you don't get a core charge, which you can buy a new plunger for this too, but I wasn't wanting to wait on the plunger, so I just bought the whole unit again. Just to let you guys know that I could have rebuilt that, but I didn't want to wait. So I just jumped the gun, spent the money, got the piece. I tried to buy their plunger rebuild, but they got me the wrong one. That's where the whole rinky-dink with that ended up. And then I just got frustrated, bought the whole thing, and I have my old one in a bag somewhere. So instead of renting $350, or with this, even with getting the new piece, just the kit like this, to get these new, you know, rubber gaskets and pieces and a new spring. I mean, and then I got a whole nother kit, which I'll show you. This is for Hydro Boost for most makes and models, and you know, because this is kind of universal across the board, guys. And let me get in the light a little more. So anyways, let's see, let's zoom in here, see if we can get it. There it is. Okay, and here it is, Lab Works. I've used some of their stuff before. It's good stuff, because you can't buy rebuild kits from anybody either. There's no, they only sell you the whole part. So save yourself the money. You're not going to save yourself a lot of time, but you kind of will, because it's really not that hard to rebuild these. All the videos are really straightforward and show you exactly how they're done. They're pretty simple. Nothing to it, okay? So what the problem was is I bought this for $350, and I could warranty this, just get a new one, but then I'd be waiting on it. I also would you know, have to be on my back, bent over under the dash again, uninstalling the whole thing, and that's what I did not want to do, because I'm not in good health right now. So what I found out is, hindsight's 2020. As you can see right here, I'm going to show you, this is crooked, and the reason why is the little rubber O-ring here, if I can get a good view on it, has gotten smashed between the two pieces, and it's holding it out, and this is no longer functioning right. So it was an internal failure, probably from whoever rebuilt it. They probably thought they did a good job. They didn't get it completely you know, right. I don't know, because I broke it in exactly per quota, according to multiple people and their opinion on how to break them in, which is I turned it back and forth 5 times and pumped the brakes 3 times while it was in the air, and I did it over 98 to 100 something times, and yeah. So something failed, this piece failed, it's stuck, so we got to rebuild it. So hindsight's 2020, I'm going to be rebuilding this anyway. I could have just rebuilt my old one, but I was just trying to do a quick swap out, eat the bullet, and you know, be back on the road, back to work within a few days, and it just bit me in the butt. So that's why Wright's RR&T has not posted much, is we've been fighting the nightmare. These kits come with a new little valve too, right here as well, and new parts for all that. This one came with another spring clip deal, even though I already bought that separate with another push rod. And it comes with a bunch of gaskets that I'm hoping also include the lines that come into the part, because those gaskets were rotted, and if not, then I might have to get new lines or new gaskets there, so I'm not getting air in. Yeah, it's quite an adventure. So we're gonna get done with you for this little short one, just kind of explaining what's going on. We also have some brakes today we're doing on a 2011 Jeep Grand Cherokee, the white one that we did a bunch of work on in the previous videos. it's back. And we're just pushing forward, guys, and that's it. All right. Anyways, good day. Peace and prosperity to all. Down with the haters, up with the participators. We'll be back with you on another short video. Show you this thing, you know, kind of fixed. Like I said, there's plenty of videos of rebuilding the insides, but I wanted to give you the pointer on this tool because a lot of people don't know about it. And also, just don't buy a new one, because you can even get the compressed canisters and just switch it out. There's ways to do that, and you know, you don't have to deal with all the expenses, because these things are not cheap, and they are rebuildable, but they don't tell you that they can get you a rebuild kit. You just have to know that you can do it online and get it and do it, and it's easy. You know, don't short yourself. A lot of these repairs are really easy, and a lot of them take minimal tools. So good day and good luck to all you guys, and thanks for following the channel and sticking with us, even though we don't do a lot of fancy. All right, bye for now.